the relationship is not working, my body is not working. And then just mentally, I just really started feeling tormented. And I was like, what is going on? I was just on the mountaintop. So thankfully, I had my family and my dear friends. And here's the only way that I think I was able to come out of this season was to allow me to go to the darkest places with them, and for them to just, I can't tell you the times that I've had girlfriends who showed up in my apartment and just held me and let me cry through it. And this is the problem with loneliness, is that when you don't have a support system, when you don't cultivate relationships out of vulnerability, when you keep everybody at a distance, when no one is good enough to have access to your heart, the problem is we're not meant to do this life alone. And I was going to say the other thing that got me through was there were two people that I've never met, but there's a comedian named Theo Vaughn. I never met this guy, but I can't tell you how many times that just got me through the day, was just watching one YouTube short after the next of this guy and just laughing at his bizarre random humor. And Bishop T.D. Jakes, his daughter, I'd never heard of her before, but Sarah Jakes, listening to her sermons, oh my God, that woman has got me through some stuff. And so it was people inspiring me, which is why I love that you guys come to my YouTube channel to get inspired. But it was those relationships. Like, those relationships kept my head above water. It was my brother and sister-in-law saying, like, hey, if you need to come back here, you can come stay with us. If it gets that dark, just know you have a home to come to. It's cultivating these relationships. The reality is this bullshit idea of we don't need anyone and we just need ourselves is such horseshit. It's such, if I did not have my relationships, I would not be here today. I would not. If I did not have people pouring love into me and guiding me through this and checking in on me, I would not have gotten through this. And so, you guys, when I create courses like boundaries and vulnerability, or things that sabotage your connection, or emotional aware, you guys, these are birthed out of my life experiences and all of the research and all of the healers that I've worked under. All of this is being done because I know that without relationship, you nor I will survive this life, and we most certainly will not thrive in this life. We need people, but in order to have people, they have to have access to our hearts. We have to offer them that place of vulnerability, of letting people in. And it's why I do the boundaries course of like how you get like solid boundaries. And we have to heal, which is why I did my emotional warrior program of like, this is a healing journey. I have to say these 2 years, you know, it's that saying that I would tell my clients, and I remember on the TV show telling Dana, if you've watched my TV show, behind the scenes, or no, I said it to her on camera. I said, babe, life is happening for you, not to you. And my past 2 years, like I've had to remember that, but sometimes I didn't feel it. But it really was working for me because it was stripping away so many things that had been hurting me all of my life, that misconceptions, false premises that I was building my life out of. Like I don't know if I'll go into detail with that on my YouTube channel, maybe with my clients or my online community, my spiritual alpha group that I'm launching. I'll go into detail there because some of it's just too private, and because of boundaries, like I don't want to put all that out for just anyone to see. I feel like this is already putting a lot out. But so much I've learned and I've let go and I have healed of. But I assure you, I would not be here if it were not for my relationships. And I can't tell you how many times I've had clients or people who watched my work who would just send me an email on that day where I could barely just get out of bed. And that email would come through saying, Arica, your work is really changing my life. It was like sometimes that was just the breath of air that I needed to just like maybe sometimes get out of bed. And so I need you. I need my community. I need my relationships. I need my family. Like, we need each other, you guys. And this whole thing that I'm all about self-empowerment. I'm all about personal development. I love these sort of things. But at the end of the day, we have to give people access to us. We have to live our lives through the heart. And when we live through the heart, we give people access to our hearts. This is how we want to lead our lives. We want to be the people who are leading and living through the heart. And this has been a wild heart journey for me. And I would encourage you, if you're going through this, to lean in to the people that you love. I know that shame would tell you that you should hide and isolate. And I definitely had those days where I did isolate, but we really need people. And so it's super uncomfortable to reach out and tell people how dark things are, but they need to know. They need to know so that they can love and support you and encourage you and give to you in ways that you're not able to give yourself. So guys, I love you so much, and thank you for being a part of my work. Thank you for being in my life, and thank you for trusting me to have an impact in your life. And these are seasons that we all go through. This definitely was my winter season. It was I call it my death season. It was my winter season. It was my Job season, where it was like everything was going wrong and there were just no answers to be had, but I just had to just die in that season. And you might be going through that. And I'm gonna say that seasons change. They change. The summer comes back, spring comes back, but they do change, and that there is hope, and that you're loved, and that you matter, and that we need you here in this earth. So don't give up, and allow people to have access to your heart. If you struggle with that, go to my website, reach out to me. You know, if you need help, like what course do I take, what do I do, shoot me an email at aricaangelo.com. You're not alone. I love you, and you matter. And I matter. We all matter on this planet. Thank you.
I came to Arica because I had a really confused heart.
I had reached out to Arica fresh from a very bad breakup, heartbroken, in the process of changing careers.
What we do here is go back.